I don't know. Apparently, fucking whole division thinks the world's ending because something happened and someone has proof of something, and I have no idea. All I know is we demoted a director, or asked him to step down, and that was it. And I talked to Ivy, and everything was all set until this morning, when all of a sudden people are exploding with anger and all these things have been happening and occurring. Well, the only thing I see is nothing. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I am fucking losing my mind. I don't know. I know Knuckles and Dew were fucking on, or were on recently, and I'm trying to fucking talk to them. I have no idea. I don't know when I was racist or sexist, or I don't know who was. I don't know where all these fucking allegations out of nowhere arrives. Oh shit, yeah, I grasp that fucking concept. What bullshit? The bullshit was spawned by their own fucking leaders. You know why there's so much tension in LW? Because there's been lying and bullshit for months now. You know how close we were to fucking firing different leaders because we thought they were secretly dating, when it turns out the fucking people doing the quote-unquote investigations were the ones actually doing it? That's like me telling you you're a drug addict every day for you to find out that I smoke crack every night. That's the fucking bullshit.
Hey. I've been in those parties and he's made plenty of racial jokes. I have recordings of him making racial jokes.
Awesome. So that's why people are leaving in droves. It has nothing to do with Collector and Ivy dating, and then Collector being fucking asked to step down and Ivy saying nothing. All this occurred in the last 2 nights, and no one's ever thought of it or heard of it previous. No one's had any proof of anything. It's just aggravating. What the fuck does it solve? You know how many people get fucked over? This whole community has a ripple effect of bullshit now for the next 3 months. It happens every time. No, because of what? This happened fucking 2 months ago when people had a bunch of issues, and I said, please bring them to me. Any fucking thing. And I told Ivy, literally Ivy directly, her, Beelzebub, Chicago, Polar, if there's anything going on, let me know. And no one says a fucking thing until they're on their way out. Well, by the way, I know I said I'd be honest and tell you things I found out, but I decided not to, and now I've had enough because my own fucking cover's blown, so it's just the fuck. The fuck does it solve?
Hey, Fuzzy. I just found out something from my director. The other day, me and Knuckle got pulled in the party and got grilled about us promoting up officers a little fast. I just found out from
like
my director.
17 days in, got to a captain?
My director just informed me he was never informed about that meeting. No one ever told him that anyone came to LW and talked to LW7s.
Panther's been over it for 5 days.
It was just the other day when we had the big meeting. It was right after Panther got into our division.
Well, we talked about Panther. So what's wrong there? A clerical error of chain of command?
Yeah, Panther didn't know anything about it because I was just talking to Panther on Kick. I said, yeah, we had the meeting the other day about all this. And he goes, what meeting? And I brought up to him that we had a meeting with Greg and all them over stuff that was going on. And then in there was LW was called out for not being as proactive. And he goes, wait, you guys talked to the Sevens, the higher-ups, and no one ever told him. And so I just found that out, and I thought I'd let you know that, hey, no one ever told him that we talked to him, to the board.
All right. Well, I don't know. Someone failed to mention it to Panther. because I don't know. Well, they can't be fucking handled if people don't actually bring shit up. If they sit and get petty and have secret investigations and all this other hush hush stuff and fucking alienate themselves from the community, you're right. I have no idea what's going on because people are too busy fucking sniffing their own farts to fucking be proactive and let people know shit. It's not you. Like I said, this shit has happened 50 times over, and it's always, well, things will never change. Well, they can't fucking change if no one's ever aware of the issue. And maybe we should have just fucking demoted Ivy and Collector at the same time on Monday. Legitimately, a lot of people wanted to, and the directors were bullshit at them too. And I didn't want to. I wanted to go the peaceful route because I didn't want to fuck up you guys' division. Even though your division leader and director have been breaking the fucking rules, but preaching to everybody else not to break them constantly, we probably should have just fucking demoted them. We would have done it to anyone else. That's the favoritism in KSI. I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to hurt LW. And I didn't want to fucking yell at Ivy. I didn't want to set a wrong precedence because I don't care if people date in this community, but they're the ones that have set the negative precedents. So we should have just fucking demoted them that fucking night. But instead, I took the high road, tried to be nice, and allowed you guys not to fuck up your own divisions. Whatever. At the end of the day, I guess it doesn't make a goddamn difference. Every fucking thing I do, it doesn't matter. Should have just fucking blacklisted them.
Well,
you know
I
how
know
much tension's in the directors' chat? The directors have all almost become burnt out. They all almost tore each other apart and wanted different people demoted. There was such a fucking divide because Collector was convinced there was favoritism and Pliers and True were sending nudes to each other. And none of it happened. And none of it happened, and they were projecting their own fucking faults.
Hey,
That's why it's frustrating.
Messiah.
That's why people hate this.
Is there still proof of Empire sending that dick pic to Khaleesi?
I've talked to Khaleesi. I've talked to Khaleesi. All right, what's everyone? What? Really? Yeah, that's called fucking lying. Okay, if he's sending it to people, if there's any picture it says someone says, don't send that to me, or I don't want to see it, or anything not encouraging it, then he's kicked out. If he was a fucking sex offender, we'd have a fucking idea about that. We're not goddamn inept. I don't play fucking games. I sit here and bullshit with goddamn retards and victims every fucking day on this thing. Yeah, he's a man whore and a fucking drunk. I'm well aware of that. But he's not a fucking sex offender. There's never been a message ever that's come across my fucking computer, ever with him and genitalia or him offering anything and someone saying, don't send it to me. I got one picture from Khaleesi of him taking a picture of porn and sending it to her. And her making a joke, and that was it. Yeah, it sucks, and yeah, I want to get rid of him if he does that shit. But so far, no one's been like, hey, I didn't want this. All I see is a bunch of fucking just sex fiend motherfuckers. So again, he's sending dick pics and no one's complaining. No one's bringing anything up. Awesome. That's like Trump having a prostitute piss on a mattress. I don't fucking care. Had he forced someone to do it, that's worse. If there's people complaining they don't want it, that's different. But if it's just there and there's no context, there's nothing we can do about it. I kick out everybody with the basis that they cannot reapply. If you're blacklisted, it's because we have enough proof that you're not going to be able to apply to this community and come back and go through the courts. That's never been provided. You know who else is a man whore? Fucking Akami, Doc, Lucy, fucking Jesus Christ. There's tons. It's all over the place. And this shit's going on publicly, and that's not a conflict of interest because apparently people just swap fucking gross-ass nudes with each other all the time. And yet the people that were so concerned about him were the ones actually fucking in that scenario lying. It's just aggravating. Because it's like, what the fuck do you even do? What do you do to fucking correct anything? I can hear about someone doing this 5,000 times, but if I don't see proof of it once, then I'm not going to believe it.
All right. Fuzzy, actually do have me and Knuckle. We spoke on the phone today. We're wanting to push for trying to get everything resolved and get everyone back. Would you be willing to allow us to get this resolved and get everyone back to the original ranks and everything?
I don't care. I'm more than happy with that.
So you'd give Ivy her rank back if we got everything resolved then?
Ivy quit. I don't know.
Well, don't they have the
You guys wanted to
24
solve
48
shit.
hour
I don't
thing?
care. That's better than people quitting and then not doing anything. There's nothing worse than being like, hey, lieutenants, sergeants, I know you guys joined this community because all these different perks we have to offer, but we're all leaving because we fucking hate someone.
Well, I
Fuzzy.
think this was blown out of proportion quite a bit. I do want to work it out between all the sevens, all the members, get everyone back to the original ranks. I know you love this community as much as I do, Fuzzy. I know that. I don't want to
Fucking,
see
I'm
what
on the
happened
hate
in
spectrum
EO
now, but
happens here. That's the reason I asked, would you be willing to give everyone back their ranks, including Ivy?
I don't make those calls as far. I would like to see that. Other people would have to be involved in the conversation, but I would have no problem with
Well,
that.
we had the meeting
And
tonight
that's
with
what I
Greg.
was hoping would happen on Monday. And not
Fuzzy.
you guys leaving, just shit flowing. Like,
Well, my issue is not with you, and it's mainly with Pliers and True. I don't want
obviously,
you to
that's
feel.
been literally documented for fucking months. That's been pretty goddamn clear to literally every member in this entire community. Not necessarily you, but a group of people.
Yeah. I just think that I can't really do anything now because they're talking shit about me to members in my division.
Maybe they
Talking
feel a
bad
little
about
vilified.
Collector.
Now they realize you had your own conflict of interest going while people were so hard on, and I think it's more Collector than you. You were so hard on investigating, finding something between them when they were living their own fucking faults. It's been
Well,
2 days. Of course they're
Yeah.
going to be a little fucking happy that maybe the accusations might die down because it's people projecting their own fucking issues. I don't want them talking shit, but they've been shit. Fucking True's been shit talked since the last 6 months in the director's chat. I mean, not so much in the last month or two, but it was a long time. But it's bullshit. I think it's fucking immature on both levels. I don't care about the whole thing. It fucking irks me. But I agree. But that's why I figured. I mean, Panthers hot shit. I didn't think there'd ever be an issue. If we wanted to demote you or blacklist you, we would have that night. Or not blacklist, but like get rid of on the basis of whatever fucking non-truthful moments have arisen. But we didn't. Didn't demote, didn't do anything. The idea was whatever. If we punished you for lying about the relationship, it would set a bad precedence for everyone in the future, and I don't want this relationship bullshit to be a problem in the future.
I never complained about Pliers and True being together, and I even told you that when I talked to you. And I can't vouch for whatever Collector has said to you
No,
guys,
and that's why I
but
said it's a
never
group. I had to read
complained of
because it
that.
wasn't you. But I mean, members are aware. Like, this isn't unknown to people. It's been made pretty clear. Jeez, like, whatever. You know how many times we go, well, this is favoritism. I'm like, what? What? Give me the scenario of anything favoritism. Well, they're like, I'm like, I don't know. You know what favoritism is? Fucking not demoting someone for breaking the rules. Allowing Chicago in, but not the other two. Yeah, like shit like that happens because it's human nature. I don't understand why everyone's got on a kick that people are perfect because they're, for fuck's sake, not even close. But I'm tired. Like, it's ridiculous. It's fucking constant. It breaks my soul. I fucking hate this community because nothing positive comes out of it 90% of the time. We just had a lieutenant quit today, and he's like, well, I'm going to make something of my life. I see all these leaders getting really stressed up in the ranks, and I just don't think I can do it. That's not what this place is about. But that's what it's been created to. So that lieutenant will now not be a leader in KSI ever. Probably swear off gaming communities, and who knows? Maybe it's a good thing for him. Or maybe he was the next greatest fucking leader in KSI. You have no idea. But he's gone because of bullshit.
I know. When I joined KSI, it was under the understanding that we were going to be here to have fun, and it was fun for the first time there. For a while there, but as the higher up in the ranks you go, the more stuff you get put on your shoulders and stuff. And everyone hits that moment where they break, and I think that was just Ivy's moment right there. But would you be willing, if I push this through to the board of directors in the meeting tonight, and no contact between Ivy, True, and then players and collector? We do it with officers all the time here in LW. We did it in the EO. Would you be fine with that?
No, because they're like senior leaders and directors in this community. That would never work.
Again, I don't make those calls. The senior directors and the chief of staff in regs do all that. I mean, it's worth the conversation, whatever. But they're like, when's it gonna end? I need people on board with each other. I can't trust fucking Pliers and True and Ivy and all these different leaders, then in my mind, none of them are going to ascend the leadership ranks. That's obviously not a permanent thing, but the entire senior leadership staff talks every day, all the time, to the point where we had to make a new board chat because 3 or 4 people retired from the board a few years ago, and we're so tight that we kept our own chat going there and started a new one. It literally everything's built on trust, and there's fucking no trust. Half the directors shit on the other half, or not now, but at a time. Fucking division leaders are all choosing sides and shit like that. In my mind, KSI's about to have a big split, and I'm just gonna tell everyone to fuck off because I don't care. Because literally, people need to trust and work with each other. It's not necessarily the same as lower ranks, because you can whatever. You can move around. There's more of an attrition rate at a lower rank. And if you don't like another lieutenant, he may not ever fucking rank up. Or if he does, you guys would be in different squads or whatever. Maybe work it out. But it's tough. Literally everything I do is built off trust. And I have like no trust with 50% of my upper leadership. And it's fucking impossible to make decisions based off that. But I don't care. That was the whole thing on Monday. That's why, and I feel obviously I don't like people getting petty and saying, whatever, nana boo boo bullshit or whatever fucking True and Pliers are doing, and I can believe it. I understand it because they've been being attacked. And I'm not saying maybe it's nothing's without warrant, but I could see why they acted like that. I don't fucking like it. I already cussed Pliers out and told him to change his shit. I'm like, dude, if you want to call other people immature, you better not fucking act immature. However, it's tough. Like, I mean, what do I do? That's why on Monday it was like, no punishment's going to go out because it's going to set the wrong precedence for this community. You're in a relationship? Awesome. Fabulous. I know a lot of people were like, fuck that. And it was more angry at Collector than necessarily you, Ivy, because he's been the one that's been pushing it down people's throats for months now. To the point where fucking Ascend's burnt out of clan ops. Panzer was fucking in turmoil. True didn't even want to talk in the director's chat. Literally all my upper leadership were about to kill each other and quit KSI. And then at the end, you know what I mean? So they're bullshit. All the directors are bullshit because they've been lied to. But I didn't want to set a bad precedence because I don't want this to be a thing. I don't know where it started being such a negative thing. Like you said, even to the point where LS didn't even have privates in the same fucking squad because they were married or whatever, living together. Like, that shit's ridiculous. We've never hyper-focused on relationships so much than we are in the last 6 months. And it's absurd. I don't give a fuck if people see each other's dicks and go and visit and fucking get married. I've known many relationships that have ended in marriage in KSI. That's good. I don't know. I'm just...
I don't know.
Just give up.
Love
I'm
just
angry.
comes wherever it comes from.
I don't know. I hate playing Peacemaker, and I feel like that's all I ever do, all the time, 24/7. One time I fucking enjoy myself is playing a game night.
All I can say is I woke up to see all that in the department head chat and what Pliers changed the shit to, and it really pissed me off. Not that it matters, but
that's what I said. My message to you was regarding not specifically you, but him too. I was like, that's great. Like, one petty thing like that he did to piss you off, then pissed you off, and now hundreds of people are affected. Hundreds of people. And let's think objectively. It's a ripple effect. This community is already going to be fucked for the next month or two. Momentum is killed. It happens every time. Anyone who was around last May remembers it happens every time something like this occurs. fucking everything stops. We just gained 100 members in 5 days. That shit's not going to happen until the fucking Spirit Week now. That's why I don't care if people leave. Like, not that I don't care, but I want people to do whatever they feel like they need to do. But one mass exodus fucks up the whole community, fucks up everything. It is, and it's already done. I mean, the pain's already dried. A lot of people will be very discouraged and now have a bad taste in their mouth about a community.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
don't know.
I just personally don't like when people that I am over come to me and say these things about leaders that are above us, and then they have proof of it, and it's just like, well, why am I here now? Obviously, I can't do any better. People don't respect me as a leader. I get criticized for things. And when I talked to you the other, like, couple weeks ago about whatever the hell was going on, it was not to start an issue. It was to talk to you directly about what is going on, what I
Oh.
feel is wrong with it. And I don't know if they took that, like, personal or whatever, but it just seems like from that point, everything kind of went downhill and people started nitpicking shit in my division, pliers and true, and then they want to be petty with people in a party when they're fucking wasted. Who knows? I'm just tired of all this shit. It just seems to fucking multiply.
Yeah. And they were being petty to counteract other people being petty. I'm not saying you, but it was literally I posted something about DR and I was like, oh, good shit, DR's about to hit flagship. I mean, that's a big moment. That's about building momentum. The whole community is built off how things are perceived. So it's very big. And right away, Collector shot it down, was like, well, the 360 squad's got bullshit in there. So then Pliers did the same thing, being fucking petty, was like, well, LW has their own issues. Collector maybe shouldn't be worrying about other people. And that was the catalyst for this whole thing. But it just fucking upset. Like, I get it, it's people being petty, but that's because that's the level we've brought it to. That's the level all these different people have brought it to. All these investigations, all these hush-hush, secret fucking separate his side, your side, people need to quit, people feel it. All this bullshit, yeah, everyone's been involved. It does it anger me? Yes, because I don't give a fuck. I don't care who's dating. I don't care who's doing shit. I care when people are acting petty and dividing the community, and everyone in here, not in specifically here, but involved in this issue, have all been fucking victims of it or causes of it. It's just impossible. We just fucking started growing again, and shit like this happens. We've been trying the last fucking 8 months to get all the leaders in place and certain leaders out, and we already demoted a lot of people previously, but I don't know what the fuck to do. I don't know. I give up. I'm just waiting out the time. I retired January of 19. I don't give a fuck what happens after that. Just want to get there and have some sustainable members, and then after that point, I don't give a shit what happens. It's fucking pushing 9 years, and it just sucks my soul out every time. So I don't know. We have a drunken man whore as a senior. We have a fucking director who's got a chip on her shoulder. We have other directors who spend months trying to shit on everything she did to the point where no one was doing anything because everyone was too busy arguing, director level. And it just trickled down. It just, like.
Yeah.
What? This is all like the remnants of the bullshit from last May? Bandit and Bubbles, they might as well run fucking KSI 3.0 because they've done a pretty good job at fucking seeding and sewing and I don't know. I don't know what to do. I hate knowing things but not having proof because we've set our own standards. We're not .com. We're not XGM. We're not XGC. I need something substantial to kick someone out on, and when I don't have that, I don't fucking do it. Or sometimes when we do have that, we opt not to do it for the better route in other cases. But it just, I don't know. I'd just like to be a dictator every once in a while. It is. It's fucking every single time. Trust me, it's whoever leaves, they'll just be replaced by someone else causing issues. And like I said, I don't care that you guys are educated and make calculated decisions. That's fine. My problem is the lieutenant and the sergeants and the people who join to have 100 to 1,000 friends, to have tournaments every week, to have, but everything we do is for the sergeants, corporals, and privates. Everything else is to help keep that together, but it's literally just for them to get on and play with each other and not have fucking weird vicarious kids want to kill themselves because KSI gives them an outlet for LBG, whatever, fucking blah, blah, blah letters. And you can go here and learn how to be a leader, and you can do all these other things. And then what? Collectively, like 10 leaders have now fucked up things for hundreds of people, and they won't get that experience ever. That's what I'm angry about. I don't give a shit about educated people who know what's going on and make a decision to leave. That's fine. Everyone has the right to do that. When everyone else is all confused and they say, well, everyone I know left, so I'm going to leave. And do what? I don't know. Make a clan, not make a clan, join another clan. We've done a lot to separate ourselves from every other community. Every other community's got these issues in tenfold more, and I try so hard to hold a fucking standard to this community that, yeah, sometimes it doesn't always fucking get upheld the best amount. Sometimes it just sucks. But fuck, I don't know. Maybe put it out there. A lot of the other people who've been kicked out or left here recently went to .com. You can make a general in fucking 2 weeks. Maybe that's helpful to the fucking any sergeant who's leaving because their friends all quit. You can go to XGN or XGC or do nothing and just be burnt out from communities in general. Fuck knows I am. I'll never do another community, literally ever. So I don't know. I don't know, but I know all this tension is derived from like 4 or 5 people. And not specifically like, well, these 4 or 5 people are bad, but literally 4 or 5 people in general from different perspectives. That's the reason why hundreds of people are going to be negatively affected. So whatever, and it is what it is. Like I said, it's happened 50 times over. It will always happen because people suck. People are terrible. People are shit. If you didn't notice, everything that ever goes wrong in this community or anywhere in the world is because of people. And they're just the fucking worst. Everyone's a hypocrite. Everybody does whatever fucking favors them. And it's a human trait, so we'll never get away from it. I would just like to see a fucking larger amount of people in this community, so, I don't know, shit can move a little faster. But maybe, I don't know. I don't know, but I've eaten half a pound of cashews since we started talking. No. And half them will come back in 2 months. Happens every time. Yeah. I notice. I'd like to beat that cycle sometimes. There's also a cycle where you have shitty leaders, thus creating good leaders under them. The good leaders bring up moderate leaders because they tell them exactly how to do things. The moderate leaders bring up shit leaders because they didn't really know how to do things, just what to do. And those shit leaders create good leaders. It's like a fucking 3-year cycle. That doesn't mean I don't want it. I want to fix that shit. I don't. We've done a lot of things no other community's done, and I like the idea of trying to be better than our fucking instinctual desires and fucking drives and maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it'll never change. 'Cause, I mean, clearly it's been slowed down. We've only had 2 divisions leave in 6 years compared to any other community. That's like a miracle. But I just don't know. I see people. You'll see people like, I don't know, Uber or Airborne or Bill Pickle or fucking Rebel or Time Lord or anyone old school. And a lot of them have left at different times over things that felt right at the time, and they always regret it. Sometimes I hate to see people leave just because, well, my friends did. You know what I mean? Like, they're setting them up for failure. So I agree. I don't care if people leave. That's fine. Like I said, the ripple has already been started. Doesn't make a difference at this point. It's not easy. I don't run cleanups. I don't run departments. I don't run web ops. I'm just here to try to make sure the morale and the fucking creativity and stuff continues. Like I said, when it ceases, and it dies for a while. You guys remember last year, previous to maybe like September or beyond? Yes, I might have had, quote unquote 4,000 members at one point last year or 3,500, but there was shit. There was no momentum. A lot of the leaders were burnt out and stagnant, and a lot of the members, once we started quote like defluffing, which I hate that fucking word, a lot of them were fuck off. I don't really care about the members. You know what I care about? I care about getting online and seeing 5 new posts or topics made on the forums, minimum each day. I like seeing a member joining the forums in the last 12 hours. That's what I consider active. I like to see numbers fluctuating. I don't care if they go up 400 one day and down 500 the next. That means they gain 400 members, and whatever else happened, it doesn't matter. Like, the momentum is important. The actual practicality of stuff isn't necessarily always important. So, I don't know. I know Greg wants to talk to you guys tonight. I don't even know if I talked to Greg. I don't know. I don't plan on going. I have a fire training tonight. But I didn't even know if Greg was doing it. But it's whatever. I don't know. I don't care. I know, I read your reason. It was basically a liberal talking about Donald Trump supporters, as far as I was concerned. Right, yeah. I mean, whatever. You guys do what you do. Doesn't make a difference. We're going to keep chugging along, and I will be too, at least until January fucking 2019. So I don't know. Like I said, I won't be there tonight. You guys, I don't know what the fuck's gonna happen. I don't know. It's not that I don't care. That's just like a defense mechanism, so it's easier for me to say. But it's just I don't know. I said it's soul sucking.
Maybe if like all of us got into a party and just settled it, like Pliers, Ascend, Collector, me, True, whoever else has a wild hair up their ass, get them all in a party and fucking squash it.
I would love it. We've already had those parties a few times. I didn't realize we had to cast the net out even further, but I'm okay with shit. Like, that's how things should be handled. Unfortunately, most people don't, which, whatever. But yeah, I'd be okay with that. That's how things should be done. People should be open and honest. I don't know. I have pent up aggression right now. I need to go to the gym and then just release this energy.
I've been cleaning the house angry.
Yeah. I'll go out and fucking shovel the 2 feet of snow we got yesterday or something. I don't know. I'll be around if anyone needs to talk or anything. But like I said, I won't be around tonight probably just because I'll be at a meeting. But
Okay.
whatever. I'm around and kick at Xbox, but I need to disappear for a bit.
Okay.
All right. Have fun. Thanks, Fuzzy.
Yeah. You guys as well.